Ladies and gentlemen, slimes and dons, and my hip-hop crimies and crimettes, welcome back to the couch. If you know, you know. If you don't, hit the button below. We are back with more of this Diddy dirt, man. This is just, one of those things that I've been screaming since, the Diddy dirt has started, dog. This is stuff that's not fact, but it's just speculation about stuff that's just been going on in this game now. We all been wondering who's in these freak-offs and everything else. And once again, I said this is bigger than Diddy, and I also have always said all these people are all tied in together. And when I say all these people, we about to get into some of the people I'm talking about now. I think it's about time that now sometimes these things may be far-fetched and some of these things may be a reach, but we might have to start really listening to these people that have been tied in, being bodyguards, that have been very close to these people for quite some time and have always had these stories and stayed consistent with their stories. Now, people will call them clout chasers and everything else, but more and more stuff just keeps coming out. Now, there's a guy named Reggie Wright who is on the west side of things, right? This is why it's funny how there's an east side thing, but there's also a west side of the nasty shit too. And if you haven't been paying attention or just in the rumor mill of things, because once again, none of this stuff is fact. It's all rumor mills from the people that are in the industry that are just close by, who are either mad, bitter, or whatever you want to say. But there's been speculation that our very favorite Snoop Dogg has been connected to, the Diddy shit. And this dude, Reggie Wright, who's been screaming for quite some time, has said things. But before I get into Reggie Wright, we're going to explain why I'm getting into the rumor mill of these, you don't know what's about to happen with these freak-offs and all these things that's going on with Diddy, because it's definitely bigger than Diddy. Because here we go with Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg with Carson Daly, I believe, from back in the day. Peep this shit.
That was stolen. Do you want to talk about that now?
Yeah.
Just break it down. What happened?
It was a videotape that we did at my house just for my private collection. You know what I mean? Snoop was a part of it.
They got it?
Somebody stole this tape from my house or something like that, and there's a lot of X-rated things on it, so...
So, well, let's say a second. Snoop, you don't know about this? Remember the tape? You're on it. It's gone.
Bueno?
It's gone. So what happened? You had a party? Someone, don't you? This is like the.
This does not look good. This does not look good. All right, y'all. So y'all seen that now. For me, I've seen this footage and this thing well before the Diddy shit started exploding. But once again, the internet does its homework and things do recirculate. And once again, you can't escape the internet, dog. Once it's on the internet, it's there forever. And if you haven't been listening to my previous takes on Dr. Dre specifically, and it's rather interesting that that's popping up now, because everybody hangs together. I don't care what anybody says, they all hang together. And now, we're not saying that they do all these things, but what do you mean by this tape is worse than that? You know what I'm saying? Especially with what's going on in Hollywood now. And we know the rumors about Dr. Dre. You know what I'm saying? So it's it doesn't look good to see that. Now, I'm only showing that clip because I'm hopping right in to Reggie Wright, who has been on his campaign as well for quite some time, speaking about the same things that we're talking about in regards to, the freak-offs and the funny Hollywood things. And now it hasn't hit the line of day yet. Now we better hope that there's certain things that don't pop up on these tapes. But Reggie Wright, who I believe was an ex-cop or a bodyguard, I can't remember off the top of my head, he's saying Diddy isn't the only one with the freak-off tape. And that's why I played that first clip, because it ties into what this guy said a couple of days ago. Hold up. We gonna hop right into Reggie White. My bad, my shit messing up. Let's see what these niggas got to say.
Okay, Reggie, I saw this old interview clip from Dr. Dre when they were promoting the 2001 album. It looked like it was from an MTV TRL or something like that, where Dre speaks about
what I just played.
X-rated tape that's being stolen during a party.
Everybody's on it.
I'll show it, and then I want to get your reaction to that, if that's okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's talk about this. We were just talking about
Shit,
this.
I didn't even have to play it.
A music videotape that was stolen. Do you want to talk about that now?
Yeah.
Just break it down. What happened?
I mean, it was a videotape that we did in my house just for my private collection. You know what I mean? Snoop was a part of it.
They got it?
Somebody stole this tape from my house or something like that, and there's a lot of X-rated things on it, you know, so...
So well, let's see a second. Snoop, you don't know about this? Remember the tape? You're on it. It's gone.
Bueno?
It's gone. So what happened? You had a party? Don't you? This is like the Tommy Pamela Lee thing. It's gone. Now it's going to be out.
It's worse than that, man.
Nothing looks good in the midst of any of this, too. That's what's crazy. It could be nothing, but it could be something.
Yeah, I mean,
whoever was at Dre's house at that party, you better return that tape.
Please bring it back.
Oh my goodness. What?
And the crazy part is, like, you know, everybody with this whole Diddy thing, everybody's wondering really what's going on. Like, I've seen people be like, "Yo, I hope M's not involved in this." Like, but if you haven't seen some the transcripts or just heard other things, like Jimmy Iovine has been close with these dudes too. Like, because people always think of the faces like the Diddy's and like the Dre's and just like the artist side of it, but like there's the executives that people don't talk about, or the people that they just don't know their names. So it's like you can have Jimmy Iovine's in there, you can have the Clyde Davises. Like, there's a lot of handlers and people that are involved that we may not know or be surprised that could possibly be involved in this thing. And I think this is why I'm gonna scream it's bigger than Diddy. And once again, I will say any of the names I've just mentioned, I'm not saying that they're necessarily tied to it. I'm just saying that we have to think on the bigger picture of things. And I know that these are the people that they are mainly tied to that are above them. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying in regards to that. That we're not tying them in until it possibly comes out. But we can't rule out those possibilities. You know what I'm saying? This is what makes this thing so sketchy and just really spooky for the hip-hop world, because you have hip-hop, but then you have these executives from these major record labels and stuff like that too, which I think they will always be protected because they are the multi-millionaire, billionaire dudes.
What do you plan on doing? What is it gonna get out? What are we gonna do?
I mean, if it gets out there, you know, so be it. I'm just letting everybody know, you know. It was out of my private collection. That's all. It wasn't meant to be out there like that.
All right, well, let's hope it gets returned in the mail.
You know, I knew about this tape. I knew about this particular interview. I never caught that he said, and you were on the tape too, Snoop. I never caught that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because I remember this subject coming up when you know I was going back and forth with Suge, and
you straight threw him under the bus. Like, you was there too, dog.
Suge had two females that used to come and visit him in prison, and the other one used to always fuck with him. Like, yeah, that bitch Miss Chalet got a sex tape out there, and that's why, because we was trying to make her, you know, take Dr. Dre to court for extra child support, and she kept fighting us about that and all of that. And she kept saying, yeah, the reason why she don't want to come up with that, because she was been doing threesomes, and they got tapes for her and her doing threesomes. And so Suge wouldn't say nothing. He would be over there just a jerker. Y'all know anything about Suge, when he get nervous, y'all know he do this, he start twitching, right? And so he was doing that. And then when Mr. Lay come in the next day, he's like, yeah, what's this shit you got? You got a sex tape out there, it got leaked. And she's like, Suge, what are you talking about? I don't know what you talking about.
Mr. Lay voice.
I tell you, that interview caused a lot of stress in Mr. Lay's life from Suge during that time. And he just reversed it. Suge didn't give a fuck. But I never knew that. And the young lady that reported it to us never did tell us that about that until he said, you know, and you too, Snoop, you was in the tape too. And so, I don't know. Maybe they got some, I don't know. I guess guys do fuck one bitch with two guys. But did they have some
MC's like, we don't do that.
Did they have some puffy shit going on in 2001? Did they have some of that where one of them sitting in the corner jacking off to the other while they fucking shit? I don't know. But I heard about that particular interview. Never watched it, just heard about it. And there was something that I'm telling y'all, Michelet caught hell about. But we always thought he was throwing out something to Michelet like, hey, this tape about to come out with us. Because we knew her and Michelet and Dre were doing threesomes. We always thought it was with girls, so I'm going to be honest, with girls. But for him to say Snoop was involved, whew, yeah. But we always just thought it was Dre, Michelet, and another female. And so we did hear about it. And Michelet caught a lot of hell about that from Suge in 2001, while he was still in prison in the early part of 2001. So yeah, good find, John.
During the live stream, you and Whack 100 were Whack 100 were.
I mean, shit. That still makes. I mean, thank God it's not. He clarified and because the caption says otherwise. The caption sold otherwise, but thank God that he wasn't riding with what the caption said, which says Diddy isn't the only one with Freak Off tapes, and then the thumbnail is Dre, this guy, and that. So this goes back to like internet lore, and like the captions can really get you fucked up too. But it doesn't negate from the fact that if you know about the Michelet situation, that was an abusive situation, which I believe is also documented. And I'm not too sure if there was an age thing that was weird in between that too, unless that was somebody else. Correct me if I'm wrong. But either way, having those things involved, and then like he's pointing out that because even when we seen it the first time, I'm like, yo, pointing out Snoop and just throwing Snoop under the bus was crazy. And with the midst of everything going on, like it could be a reach, but this goes back to like we've heard Tupac records, we've heard diss records amongst like Snoop, like we've heard a lot of not Snoop but like Ice Cube, sorry, and we've heard a lot of people that just have just made those references about Dre doing these things with other guys. And once again, it's not that I'm saying it's fact or anything. I'm just going based off what you hear in the music, the rumors that you hear from these guys, the Gene Deals, the Jaguar Wrights, the Reggie Wrights, like the people that just get dropped from the label. Like I guess you could say the bitter people. Like we'll put quotes on that. So when you hear these things come out, like I don't say that they're fact, but I'm not gonna say that they're lying either. Like you just don't make everything up, especially from people that keep the same consistent story like these folks. Like I just have to say when there's smoke, there's fire in these situations. This doesn't go back into the freak off situation. Thank God he's not speaking on that. But yeah,
talking about
things could get interesting still.
Something about Suge and Parquet Butter. Do you know what he's talking about? Because he's made reference to this a couple times, and I don't know what it exactly is he's saying, but I didn't know if you wanted to speak on that.
No, I have no idea what he's talking about on that. But I can honestly say, prior to Suge going to prison, he would make homosexuality jokes, like, because you gotta remember, I said it too, nigga, I'll fuck you in your ass or something like that. That's just a way, because that's the worst thing that can happen.
What? What? That's what I'm like, either like, correct me if I'm wrong, for my West Coast people out there, like y'all don't really be playing like that, because I know in the music they be saying wild shit like that. So I'm just like, all right, like this got to be a West Coast thing, because like why are we playing like that? Why are we playing like that? Who says that and just be like, yeah, we just playing? And yeah, I get where he's explaining it, but that's only in there. It's only in there. It may be in the outside world where like people bring that same behavior to the outside, but like, bruh,
us.
I'm not,
the worst thing that can happen to me is a man raping me. I know a lot of y'all like that, want that to happen to y'all. That's just the worst thing that can happen to Reggie Wright.
So you're just gonna be like, yo, shut up before I F you in your butt?
Talking, and that's how he feels. And so if he got some reference or he done heard something like that, that could be what the hell he's talking about. I don't know.
That's ridiculous.
I never heard that, but I can honestly sit up here and say, Suge Knight, and I even say Dr. Dre. I heard the rumors about Dre, but all I ever seen no niggas with were fine yellow bit.
See, everybody hears the rumors, you know what I'm saying? The rumors, because what happens behind closed doors is like those parties shit could be a little different, but when you on the outside and you don't want everybody knowing things, it just, like he's about to say, all I seen you with is fine women and everything else.
Just both of them. And I know men hide with women, and you know, as we see with Diddy and all of that. But yeah, I would never believe or experience or seen any of those guys swinging towards a man. And so if that's what he's trying to insinuate, I don't know where he gets that shit from. And so that would be my take on that. But I do believe, and I have said before, that a lot of those guys that we look up to and you know, the quote unquote gang members and all of that, they have some secrets behind those jails. The walls, they have did some things. And I also believe, because I heard somebody say, well, they just a giver, not a taker. Well, that's a term called, you gotta look it up. If you flip, you flop. Cause
I ain't never heard that, but that's,
getting
hey,
fucked
listen.
in the ass, I bet you his dick get hard. And then he gonna want to relieve his dick. So that would be my take on that. So don't let somebody come telling you, I'm a giver, I'm a giver. Nigga, if you give, you gonna receive. Cause that nigga ain't gonna let you fuck them no more. If you get in a relationship like that. The niggas in jail.
Crazy ass. Why are we here?
1 out of 10 niggas in there. Those niggas are walking around with condoms now. But y'all know in the state of California, they're giving these men condoms. And they getting walking around
crazy.
with condoms in their pockets now. Why you need a fucking condom in your pocket in prison?
You know why? Because it still happens.
It's crazy.
That is wild.
Those are the secrets that they don't talk about prison. For all you young wannabe thugs and all of that.
Oh, that ain't secrets.
Those done told stories.
It's just automatic.
Go get
it's just,
go
it's just
really
comes with
sit
it.
down with a real OG and get those stories for all you guys that want to be gangsters and want to be tough and want to flatterize this gangster life.
Well, I mean, I could have turned that off at like the 3-4 minute mark or whatever this was in that video. But, you know, we here just reacting in real time. So I guess if I got to sit through it, y'all got to sit through it too. But, but yeah, I mean, you know, once again, the rumors are all out there. And like we on this channel, as much as we going to talk about hip hop related news and the Diddy dirt and all that and just anything that is even tied to that, it's all speculation and all rumor. We not going to sit here and act like it's fact over here. We just going to do the same thing that we all do, is here, talk about it, and see where it goes. But I ain't saying that it's fact or not. But once again, weird things do, like Reggie Wright had concluded, like with the jail shit, there's a lot of secrets that go on behind closed doors where it's like you have the party, you have the after party, then you have the after. It's like, unless you security or just like, you know, the Kim Porters, RP to her, just any of those type of people, that's just kind of what you're going to get with it. You know, that's how you going to find that type of stuff out. But outside of that, if you just on the outside looking in, it's probably easier, best that these people keep their secrets. So I'm glad that it wasn't implied like the caption did that Dre had freak ops tapes or whatever, but it still was in there that it's rumored that he's on the same type of time when it comes to the other side of things. When it comes to the freak offs and Diddy, is that they all like to play with each other, and Hollywood dudes like to just mingle with each other. And I will stand on that hill that they do that. Who? We don't know. All? Probably not. But they definitely dabble with each other in that world for certain. Whoever it is. And this is what's going to make this so explosive when this Diddy thing starts to unravel. If it ever does unravel how it does. Because I think the same way, before I get out of here, that we're clamoring over who we want in the freak off tapes and what we want to see. I'm thinking, you know, people don't really have brains in that situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, one, they're not going to release freak off tapes to the public if it's implying that there was SA involved. Y'all do get that, right? Like, you're not going to see anything. You might hear any indictments and the reports, but you're not going to see these physical tapes. Think a little bit. So, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. I am out on that note. Peace.